Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. We're reading from Canto 1st, chapter 17, verse 45. If you want to pull up on your phones. Canto 1st, chapter 17, verse 45. This is the last verse of the chapter. The name of this chapter is Punishment and Reward of Kali. 1.17.45. Has everybody got the verse? Okay. Itam bhutana bhavo ayam abhimanyu shuto nripaha yasya palayantam shonim yuyam shatraya dikshitaha itam bhutana bhavu ayam abhimanyu shuto nripaha Yasya palayatah kshonim Yuyam Kshatraya Dikshitaha. Anyone would like to read? Oh.
Itam bhuta, being thus.
No, repeat the verse again. Yeah.
Itam bhuta anubhava.
Itam bhutanubhavo ayam
Abhimanyu sutarata.
Abhimanyu suto nripaha
Yasya parata shonim.
Yasya palayatah shonim
Yuyam kshatraya dikshita.
Yuyam Kshatraya Dikshitaha. Anyone else? Itam bhutano bhavo ayam Abhimanyu suto nripaha Yasya palayata shonim Yuyam Kshatraya Dikshitaha. Itam bhutanubhavo ayam Abhimanyu suto nripaha Yasya palataya shonim Yuyam Kshatraya Dikshitaha. Itam bhuta, being thus, anubhavaha, experience, ayam, of this, Abhimanyu sutaha, son of Abhimanyu, Nripaha, the king, Yasya, whose, Palayataha, on account of his ruling, Shonim, on the earth, Yuyam, you all, Kshatriya, in performing sacrifices, Dikshitaha, initiated. Translation: Maharaj Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu, is so experienced that by dint of his expert administration and patronage, it has been possible for you to perform a sacrifice such as this. Purport by His Holy by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The Brahmanas and the Sannyasis are expert in the spiritual advancement of society, whereas the Kshatriyas or the administrators are expert in material peace and prosperity of human society. Both of them are the pillars of all happiness, and therefore they are meant for full cooperation for common welfare. Maharaj Parikshit was experienced enough to drive away Kali from his field of activities and therefore make the state receptive to spiritual enlightenment. If the common people are not receptive, it is very difficult to impress upon them the necessity of spiritual enlightenment. Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, the basic principles of religion, prepare the ground for the reception of advancement in spiritual knowledge, and Maharaj Parikshit made this favorable condition possible. Thus the rishis of Naimisharanya were able to perform the sacrifices for 1,000 years. In other words, without state support, no doctrines of philosophy or religious principles can progressively advance. There should be complete cooperation between the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas for this common good. Even up to the Maharaj Ashoka, the same spirit was prevailing. Lord Buddha was sufficiently supported by King Ashoka, and thus his particular cult of knowledge was spread all over the world. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Punishment and Reward of Kali. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Ruta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Raghunathan Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vithamscha Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the morning Bhagavatam class. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I am not at all qualified. As you saw, I'm so nervous. Yes, my name is Ashok Krishnadas, and I'm a disciple of His Grace Vaishashikadas. So this is an interesting verse because the Krishna has made his arrangement clearly because the end of this verse has my name in it. So this is totally Krishna's arrangement. So what we learned from this verse, my realizations, is there has to be a harmony between the members of the society. So we have a ruler or a king. In modern days, we have a president or a prime minister, and then there are subordinates in the ministry of the king or the parliament, we call it, or the senate, cabinet, right, the board. And then there are the local citizens of the country or the kingdom. So there has to be a harmony between or among all of them. So the principles of religion, which include austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, they can be maintained. Right? So these are the four principles which are also the four vows that we take when one gets initiated. The vow for not eating meat or fish or eggs, which basically means we're not killing anybody, we're not harming anyone, right? So the principle of mercy. The the vow to take no intoxication, that, right? The vow to take to not indulge in illicit sex or relationships, and the vow to not do gambling with that, right? So these are basically follow these four principles of dharma or the religion with that, right? So our acharyas, including Srila Prabhupada, has given these four vows to us so we can grow and advance in the process of bhakti, attain spiritual knowledge, and then live with everybody with the harmony in the society as well. And the goal of Sanatana Dharma is to move or advance the society in this way. by following these four vows. And here we can see there, this is the end of the first canto here, of this chapter here, of the first canto, chapter 45. And Parikshit Maharaj is at the end of his life, at least he has the knowledge that he's going to die in 7 days, right? We don't even have that knowledge of that. And so he's learning about this, and he has been an example of how to maintain these principles and lead his kingdom around these principles here. And then in the end of this purport, Prabhupada clearly writes that there should be complete cooperation between the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas for this common good. So the Kshatriyas are the ones who are the warriors. They're going to protect the nation and the kingdom, and the Brahmanas are the learned, the spiritual scholars. So they are the ones who are going to impart knowledge and education to the members of the society, of the kingdom, of the nation. So they need, because they are the ones who have the knowledge and they are going to impart the knowledge, so they need to be protected. And here, Maharaj Ashoka, the same spirit was prevailing, where the Lord Buddha was in as an avatar of Krishna, as a Brahmana there, was sufficiently supported by the Kshatriya, who's the King Ashoka there, and that way he could, Lord Buddha could easily spread the knowledge around the world, around his kingdom with that, right? So I think these are the main points that I gathered from this verse. Would anybody like to add anything or have any questions? Yes, Mataji.
Yes, thank you. You said something very interesting about we don't have a mic, so maybe you will keep my question.
Yes.
Thank you. Ashok Krishnadas, thank you. So the question is that you said that even at this juncture of accosting the personality of Kali for his heinous activities and arresting him, that Maharaj Krishna knew that he was going to die in 7 days, because actually that's the next chapter.
Mm-hmm.
He's cursed by Brahmana's voice. So are you saying he had a foreboding? He knew that his life was...
No. Sorry, I wasn't talking about in the context of this verse. I was talking generally. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
What was my question? I forgot.
You were asking did he had a premonition about that?
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
About leaving in 7 days.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. With that, yeah.
That's the next chapter.
That's the next chapter.
Which is so painful.
Yes.
So painful to read.
Anybody else would like to give any reflections or thoughts?
He could have easily counteracted the curse,
Yes, he could have.
but Krishna didn't want it.
Didn't want that. How else would he know this knowledge otherwise?
We had a huge discussion. I'll mention it. We had a big, we had a few devotees in the class, and they were saying, "Why did Parikshit Maharaj just cut his head off? Kali was there,
Mm-hmm.
let it go." And because we understood through the purport, Krishna didn't want it. Krishna even gets a place for Kali to reside,
Mm-hmm.
who is the harbinger of all evil acts and anything that's against cleanliness, mercy, truthfulness, austerity. He's completely against all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, because we were thinking, had that happened, had he just cut his head off, it would have been a totally different world, but then Kali Yuga would come to a close.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got to come to a close. Right?
Yes. Instead it was the beginning there. Yes. Yes, it's a good point. Yeah. It could have been ended right there. Right there and then. Yes. But we would not have had this knowledge then. Or the opportunity to learn about this also. Yeah.
If Sri Arjuna had not fallen into lamentation, how would Bhagavad Gita have been spoken?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much again for this opportunity. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai.